Hey guys, Sauniche here with some Heroes of the Storm action for you. I'm going to move my mic just a tad there. There we go. And I'm going to be playing Murky in this video. It is on the newest patch, and they have made some pretty significant changes to Murky. They made him a little bit more straightforward, a little bit easier to comprehend what his role is. And basically it's just to deal as much damage in team fights as possible. He's basically like a little suicide bomber. Runs in there, blows up, and just tries to take out everyone around him. And so we're going to move down into the bottom lane. Diablo and Tyrael, I believe, are in the middle. Take a look at our teams here in just a second. So you have Raynor, Tyrael, Malfurion, Diablo, and Murky. Pretty good balance on this team versus Zagara, Diablo, Raynor, Nova, and Tychus. There is no support on the other team. They're going to have to rely on an incredibly high amount of damage to do what they want to do. Hopefully they can stop us. It's going to be pretty tricky. Just having that Malfurion on our team already puts this game really high into our favor. This is something, if you guys watched my video on just what the new patch is looking like and features that Blizzard might want to add. I've got Raynor here right in the bush. I probably shouldn't have face checked that immediately. Diablo's down here as well with me. Tyrael's moving around. But on that video I put up about some of the new features they've changed in the alpha. They are having a draft mode, which they will institute at some point, and it'll make games like this, where one team doesn't have a support, a lot less common, at least in the competitive scene. In the just in the casual scene, which is what Versus is meant to be, you'll still see a lot of this going on, but in draft mode should take care of that in the more competitive scene. You saw there the new death screen that they have. I'm not really sure I like seeing that all the time for Murky. It's just kind of an interesting thing where I'm not actually dying. Sure, I'm getting killed and they're killing me, but I'm only counting as a fourth of a kill experience-wise for them every time, so it's really not very much. Tyrael's coming here in on Raynor, doing the best he can to kill him. Tyrael should probably back out. We have a 3-on-1 or 3-on-2 going on right here. And for a long time at the beginning of the game, they didn't have Nova in that middle lane, so they were losing that experience. And this really is not her strength, is to laning. She really needs to be moving around, trying to pick up some kills early, trying to help her team get ahead in any way she can, picking off lanes, pushing enemies out of them, doing an insane amount of damage. Zagara gets me with one last shot there. Tyrael needs to back out, step outside of the banelings. Tyrael, oh, so close to going down. He's going to Hearthstone home, so I will do my best to just kill as much as going on here. We have a tiny lead, and I actually decided to pick up making my slime area bigger because I'm trying to do as much damage and build up that attack as much as possible. Probably would have been smarter for me to get in Venom, but I was just trying a new thing, trying something different with the slime. I'm gonna grab this regen orb, get out of there, run Murky, run. Use the well for, well, why not? If I can prevent myself from dying, I mean, that's a fourth of a kill of experience that the enemy team is not going to get. And if you notice at the beginning of the game, I picked up Bribe, so I'm trying to build up as many stacks as I can. Once I hit 40, my plan is to go take on those giants and get those moving as quickly as possible. Tyrael is down here helping me out. Zagara and Diablo are pushing us, although that slime did a ton of damage to Diablo. Zagara is hiding somewhere around here. There she is. I'm going to kill this creep demon with some slime. Now Furion's picking up the tribute, misses it just barely. Tychus comes in and hits him with a grenade to push him back. Diablo runs into the heart of our team. It probably was not a good idea. And Malfurion had just enough time to pick up that tribute before the flames hit him. I'm going to die. Diablo's going to die. That was first blood in this game, so it's actually been a very long game. Zagara is going to go down. Malfurion's running back. I've got 30 stacks now. Asking for help with the Merc camp. I don't really have enough. I don't have enough stacks of Bribe to get it. And Murky can't really fight the Merc camps all that well, so I'm going to wait on that one. Try to check the Merc camp, see if there's a timer on them, see what's going on. As you can see, they made some changes. They have made the... they've changed the icons for the Merc camps. You can see the giants now have a little banner, and the knights have a banner with a couple of crossed swords, whereas the golems have a really big banner. Looks like Zagara is moving in, trying to keep me back. So they made the minimap a little bit smaller as well. Maybe it's because it's a little bit easier to see. Well, a little bit harder to see, but easier to harder to accidentally click on as well. So you don't have those accidental missteps as much. We have a full level lead on our opponents as soon as somebody kills a creep. There we go. Now we have a full level lead. The tribute is on the other side of the map. And I'm in a pretty bad spot to help out with this one. So I think, and with the way my team is right now, Tyrion's almost dead. Malfurion's out of the way. I'm way behind. I'm just going to get these mercenaries and push, and I think we might have to surrender that tribute to the enemy team and let them have it. We just don't have the strength to fight it right now. So you can see Diablo's back. Malfurion's half dead. Tyrion's mostly dead. You know, like from Princess Bride, he's mostly dead. The old man. Is it Miracle Max? Yeah, that's his name. He's a little creepy. I'm going to do some creep cleanup, speaking of creepy, to try and reduce the vision that Zagara has. Zagara dies. I don't know quite who killed her. Didn't get to see that. I'm just going to push with these giants, do as much damage as we can down here. Middle lane is, my team is pushing with some knights there, doing a pretty good job. Diablo is out, so Raynor gets pushed into the giants. Raynor, get out of there. Tyrael gives him a shield, and Diablo has moved forward. We should be able to take out, I'm going to throw a puffer fish to try and do even more damage to these towers. I don't think one of the enemies coming down here. I think we have the next tribute coming up right next to me. Ow, those banelings hurt. That really did a lot of damage to me. So I'm just going to slime up, hit Zagara as hard as I can. March of the Murloc. So we have our ultimates way before our opponents do. We should be able to hold this tribute no problem. Although Tyrael is almost dead. That's going to become part of a problem. He charges in there with Judgment. Probably wasn't a good idea. He's gonna blow up on somebody. Zagara dies to Tyrael's explosion. Diablo and I are doing a great job fighting Tychus here. While Malfurion grabs that tribute. Apocalypse there misses Tychus. He's able to run out of it before a lot can happen. So let's see what's going on around here. We're gonna grab this lane. We have 3-on-1 down here. Up top, we don't have anybody in that lane on Tychus, so it's probably not a good place for us to put ourselves in. Diablo and Nova both walk into this entangling route, but looks like our Diablo actually just saved theirs. He pushed him, he threw him over his shoulder and pushed him away from the rest of our team. I'm going to activate March of the Murlocs to get my team out of there. Woo! I think I just inhaled something right there. Nova's being super aggressive, trying to push Tyrael back, or not Tyrael, Malfurion. They get a kill on me, and it is 10-11 now. Another tribute coming up down here on the bottom lane. We've had 3 tributes, 2 tributes. This is the 3rd tribute we have had on this bottom side of the map. Really, really fortunate for us. The RNG on that does a great job of helping us out right here. I've definitely been screwed over by that RNG before. So I can't say it's a nice thing. You hear my alarm going off there. Let's get up there for Zagara and keep her from getting this turn in. Oh, just barely, just seconds too late. Or second too late. Tyrael Judgment's in. Malfurion has, oh, we both can grab him. Oh, yeah, he had Tranquility going off, but it immediately got canceled. Tyrael's going to blow up. Maybe he can kill Nova with it. He does get Nova with it. I'm going to move in here. Hopefully I can stop this. Zagara's trying to slow me down. My slime stops that turn in, but I don't think anyone from my team is actually trying to help us out. You can see Raynor and Zagara move down to zone me out while they pick up this tribute, so there's nothing I can do about it. So now that I'm dead, I'm going to pull in here. I think Zagara figures out where my egg is, and she puts down those 2. Ooh, yeah, that was... Now I can't fight for 20 seconds, otherwise I'm going to end up actually dying and giving them full experience. The egg does give them half a level of experience. Looks like Tyrael wants to take the giants. I've got 40 stacks of bribe right now. So I do have 2 of those. Tyrael gets, or Malfurion gets Zagara. He's dueling her. I would love to go out there and help, but I have to put an egg down first. Otherwise I'm going to die and cost my team quite a bit of experience immediately. But Malfurion doesn't need my help at all and gets Zagara right away. We have, oh, get out of there. We have Tychus blocked there. I don't think I'm going to get the kill, but it's going to be pretty close. He dashes out of the way. That precision strike was trying to kill Malfurion, didn't actually get it. We might be able to get Nova. Diablo's on his way down. Tychus is running away from us. Tyrael is also on his way. Except Diablo's trying to hide in the bush where the enemy has full vision because of that creep there. Let's see. I'm thinking that we could take this fight, but it's probably not a good idea. Let's just move up there and take the tribute, guys. This one's going to be a bit tricky for us because of the location of my egg. It's all the way on the bottom of the map. So I'm going to have to put another egg down before I can really help and be of any use in this team fight. Raynor hits me with this penetrating strike. It takes me down, so I'm going to put my egg down right here. Trying to hide it in the bush. Apocalypse goes off for Diablo. Does massive damage to the enemy. I'm going to put down March of the Murlocs. Try and get poison and slow on as many of our enemies as we can. Nova's super poisoned. Zagara is super poisoned. Looks like Tyrael goes down for us, but we clean house, a mega kill on the other team. That Tyrael bomb was amazing. I believe Diablo and Tyrael died for our team, but we ended up trading a 2 for 5 there and a curse. So we're going to have a great chance to push, put a lot of pressure on both lanes. Using Bribe there to pick up the Knights. We should be able to actually destroy all 3 lanes. We have the Giants crushing along the bottom lane there. Diablo moves down there to try and stop that. Looks like we want to grab the Grave Golem. I could get on board with that. That's a good move. He puts down his... I'll get outside of the range of the stomp. Middle fort is being attacked by our creeps. And we have Knights moving in there. Looks like they lost the bottom fort. Diablo wasn't able to kill the Giants in time. Mid fort is going to go down. The curse still has 30 seconds on it with his Golem to push. It looks like Zagara is moving along the top. So we have almost a 2-level lead. Zagara is doing a great job of keeping our minions at bay. As you can see, she's drawing fire by stopping them before they get to the fort and trying to prevent as much of that damage as possible. We're going to wail on this keep. The Grave Golem's in here doing a massive amount of damage. Looks like Zagara got her Mutalisk. Tyrael's going all ham on Zagara. She puts down a creep tumor to try and get away. And I think it's going to help her. Judgment there stops her down. She's going to be so close to getting behind the gate. Tyrael throws Eldruin behind the gate and kills Zagara, but now he's stuck back there. Luckily for him, the Golem is drawing all of the fire from the towers. We get Tyrael out of there, break the gate to help him. Precision Strike goes down right on top of our Golem and team, but I think it missed the majority of our team. Apocalypse takes out Raynor. Enemy Diablo is trying to keep us back here. And we have our Golem still at about 1/3 of his health, just wailing on this keeper. Somebody picked up the Giants for our team. Great move right there, putting a ton of pressure on this top lane. With 4 of them dead and 3 of them not responding for 20 seconds, we may be able to just end the game. If we push in right here, immediately Raynor gets pulled into the middle of our team by Diablo. Ma grabs, I believe that grabbed 3 of us. And the Grave Golem. I did not know you could actually put that guy inside of a Maw. But the fort is down at 40% now, 37%, 30%, 27%. I think this is going to be the game right here. 10% left on their keep, or on their core. 7% now. Raynor just needs a couple more shots. 1%. Somebody get there. The Giants finish it off. So grabbing those Giants ended up being the game-winning move. At least the game-winning play. I think the game-winning move would have been more the team fight in the middle of the field that wiped the enemy team completely and allowed us to secure the tribute. When you can do that much, when you can wipe the enemy team right before a curse on this map, you could basically just march right to victory. It's really, really hard for them to recover and really, really hard for them to stop you. I've been on the receiving end of that. If you watched my Diablo video I put up a couple days ago, that is exactly what happened to us. We got wiped, lost all map control, and the tribute spawned right as we were, right when we were all dead. And it's just really, really hard to recover from. So I don't know if I like just how punishing this new system is, or just how punishing the tribute is on Cursed Hollow. So it's going to be a interesting fight, or an interesting dynamic to watch on that map. Just the random nature of the spawns, and not just the random nature of the spawn times and the spawn locations makes that map very RNG based. I don't know if it's really going to fly in a very hyper competitive atmosphere, or if it's going to be a map that is banned quite often, just based on the fact that you have no idea where the tribute is going to spawn or when it's going to spawn. It makes it very hard to predict and very hard to react to. So I hope you guys like this video, showing off a bit of the new patch, showing off how Murky's changed a little bit. They made that slime more powerful and made it so that you can almost stack it on your opponents. And I will see you guys later.